Hi Flosstube, this is Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter. It is later than I usually film because after we got home from church I went ahead and had some lunch and then I took a much needed nap. So yeah, I'm a little bit groggy, but I'll survive. I always survive after my naps. It's a wonderful thing. Okay. Let's just get right into the cross-stitch stuff. That sounds good. I'm still doing the arbitrary August, so I'll just go through all the projects that I worked on this week. First, last Sunday, I did some work on this Blackwork Tangram, and this was a free sal on Lakeside Needlecraft, and I don't know that it's available anymore. So one thing I did before I went in and did any stitching on Sunday was I looked up pictures of the finished Tangram on the Lakeside Needlecraft Facebook page because I didn't print out the pattern after week 6 had come out, and so I didn't have week 6's pattern. So I went and looked at finished patterns so that I could draw in week 6. So that when I get there, I can fill that part in. It wasn't actually all that difficult. I knew that it was a fairly simple Blackwork pattern in that one. So what I did, here's where I am right now. Before I had this one complete and this one finished up to here. So there's a fold in here that is making it hard to see. Alright, so I finished this green section, and then I went ahead and outlined all of the other sections and then started the orange section. In the original pattern all of the outlines are black, but I decided to outline them in a darker version of the color that they will be filled in with. I'm not using all of the exact DMCs that are called for. I'm still doing that color family, so the red and the green and the orange. I'm just choosing my own shade of that color, just for fun, kicks and giggles. So that was fun to work on. I don't get that one out very often. I think I have to be in the right mood to work on Blackwork. So it was nice that I had the whole day to kind of get myself into the mood, and it actually went well. I enjoyed it while I was stitching on it. Alright. Monday, my arbitrary piece that I worked on was my Dolphin Sketch piece. This is a picture that I drew in high school, and then I scanned it in and uploaded it to the pictopat.com website and had them turn it into a cross-stitch pattern. So I'm working on the third page. Here's where it is so far. And so this is the third page that I've worked on. It's actually page 6, because on Pick to Pat, come on, okay. Pick to Pat starts in the lower left corner and works across, so there's page 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it jumps up to the upper left, 5, and then this is page 6, 7, 8. Just run through it. Okay, So when I worked on this on Monday, I've been working on the background on this page, and I filled in this color here. So I had some color up here and some, you know, just color stripes. So I worked on this one and completely filled that in. So there's that, and the whole piece. That is a nice one for just filling in. Not exactly mindless filling in, because I do have to pay attention to the bottom of each color portion. It's not just a straight line. You know, you saw it kind of was jagged, so I do have to count on that one. But it is just some nice filling in. All right, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I pulled out Wild Lilies Flourish. This is one of my designs. Oh, and I haven't talked about any of the fabric. None of the fabric has been exciting so far. The Blackwork Tangram is just a white 14 count Aida. The Dolphin Sketch is just an off-white or antique white, I don't remember. It's a 28 count even weave. So there, that's it. So yeah, Wild Lilies Flourish. And I did not put in a lot on this one. I don't remember why. I did not have a lot of stitching time on Monday for some reason. So here is the whole pattern, and what I worked on was I put in my initials right here, SB, in order to aid me in counting up to this little motif. And the motif isn't even done yet, but I was done stitching for the day, so that is what I put in, initials and part of a potted plant. And there's going to be, you know, leaves and blossoms and some a bird on either side up here. So that is all that I stitched on Monday. We are starting school tomorrow. For those who do not know, I have 5 kids and we homeschool, and we have received our curriculum that we're going to be using this year. And so we've decided that we're going to go ahead and start tomorrow, and I might not get a whole lot of time for stitching, which I haven't really had as much stitching time as I usually like anyway. It comes and goes, you know. Some days I'm just like, I'm just gonna stitch all day, but a lot of days lately and in the foreseeable future I will not be able to just sit and stitch to my heart's content, and that's okay. Comes and goes, and yeah. Anyway, that was just a little bit of a tangent. What day am I on? Yes, okay. You get to practically see the wheels trying to turn in my head. And I already just forgot. Wednesday. Let's see. Wednesday was my son's 7th birthday. And so we went and hung out at the planetarium for a while. We got to watch 2 shows. We watched one about reefs and where they are and how they're formed, and efforts that are being made to preserve them and help them grow. And then we watched one called Faster Than Light about interstellar travel and like distances, and how people have tried to well, like the history of traveling far distances. Like in the past it was using boats, and then, you know, cars and jets and things like that, and what it would take to be able to travel from our solar system to even just the nearest star, which is when they were showing just like instant, you know, giving us perspective on how close the nearest star is, and how actually it's really, really, really far away. It is really far away. So, like, this the kind of thing that's probably not going to happen in our lifetime. But it was really cool, fun show. So, what I stitched on that day, we went to the library this week, and I checked out this book. It is Ultimate Cross Stitch Projects, Colorful and Inspiring Designs from Maria Diaz. So I flipped through, she's got some fun things, and I landed on this page, Chirpy Visitors, and decided, well, I absolutely 100% have to stitch some birds because they're so cute, and it's, you know, they're just a really fun style. Kind of the watercolor and backstitch style that many people have been enjoying lately. So, let me get that out again. I chose to work on this little kitty right here, and I got the bird and part of the branch and some of the leaves done. Was it some of the leaves, or did I get all of those leaves? Some of the leaves. There's a little bit more that needs to be done. I might want to... I don't have anything to hold up behind that. I'll use my bird project bag, which you might see some stuff shining through, but anyway. So I got the stitching done on the bird and part of the branch, part of the leaves. So basically I just need to put in the stitching on a couple more leaves and the rest of the branch, and then I can do the back stitching, and this little guy will be done. I stopped with the fabric again. He is being stitched on some 28 count natural linen. It was a Child's Craft roll of linen. Carolina linen, and the color is sand. And this is a piece that's been, you know, cut up, but there's plenty of room for all 4 birds on here. I'm not stitching them like together, but I will probably either finish them into individual pillows to display together, or kind of like quilt patch them together onto one larger pillow. Anyway, they will all be displayed together, and they're just super cute. So that's Chirpy Visitors by Maria Diaz. And that was my piece for Wednesday. Thursday. Okay, Thursday. I really need to print out a completed cover page because this whole piece has been designed. I just haven't printed it out yet. This is the Works of Jane Austen Sal by Leanne Copens. And like I said, it has been completed. All of the designs are done, and I just need to get my act together. So here's what I have so far. I have obviously started and been working on the first section, which is Sense and Sensibility. And what I put in on Thursday was this bottom portion of Barton Cottage. I am taking some liberties in the back stitching of this piece. Most of the back stitching is supposed to be done using 2 strands. I liked the delicate look of the vines in 1 strand. And then there's more back stitching that was supposed to go in around the door and the windows that I chose not to add because I felt it made it a little bit clunky. But then I did add a little bit around the windows here in a light color just to help them to stand out a bit. So yeah, I really like how it turned out. This is how my Barton Cottage is going to stay. I'm not adding anything else to it except for, of course, the roof and the chimney that smokes. And then, I'll be adding some other motifs in here that are in the pattern, and there's scissors and a lock of hair that Willoughby takes off of Marianne, and the odd ring that Edward wears that ends up being Lucy Steele's hair, and and there's the rain cloud because of the storm that causes, well, 2 storms, one that causes Marianne to fall down and meet Willoughby, and then the one she gets caught in that makes her get sick when she's heartbroken after Willoughby. And so, yeah, the rain cloud. Anyway, that's what I worked on Thursday. Friday, I did no stitching whatsoever because we spent the day sort of getting one last hurrah before starting school, and we drove a little over 2.5 hours to get to Bear Lake, and that's a lake right on the border between Idaho and Utah. Some of it is in Utah, some of it's in Idaho. We went up to the North Shore in Idaho and spent like somewhere between 4 and 5 hours there, just playing in the sand and splashing in the water and eating and getting irritated that sand was getting in all our food and just having a good time. And we all survived. My wild child toddler didn't run off and drown himself or anything, so that is a win in my book. He did throw up on the drive there, which was not fun. Not a win. I don't like that because I'm the one that had to clean it up. But he slept on the way home, so that was nice. So we did all put on sunscreen, but apparently I should have taken a bath in the stuff because I have really burn-prone skin, and I got myself a pretty good sunburn. Like, it's really red and really painful. So I got the worst of it. Everybody else got like little areas of sunburn, very mild. So yay me. But yeah, when we got home, we were all just really tired, and I got out the piece that I had chosen to work on for that day, and I was like, yeah, that'll be a good one to work on. Maybe at some point, but I never pulled it out because I was just tired. So I saved it for the next day. So Saturday, and what I worked on was Forever and Ever by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I worked on the female Cardinal. I had the main brown color, it was all outlined and everything, and so yesterday I put in the red in here, and then the orange in the beak and the feet, and the black, and then the white for the eye, and then I started filling in the light brown, made it down to about here before I decided, okay, I'm too tired. Also, my husband and I had a date night last night. We went and saw the Dora movie, Dora and the Lost City of Gold, and that was a lot of fun. Just really funny. And we went to Cafe Rio and had their ginormous salads. So if we hadn't gone, I probably would have been able to complete Mrs. Cardinal here, but I'm glad we went. I had a good time, and it's always nice to get out and get on a date with your hubby or spouse or significant other, as the case may be. So yeah, pleased with my progress. She is almost done, and then I can work on, you know, the vine branch, whatever, that comes down. And then I could put in Mr. Cardinal and the little heart there and the little bud that comes up right there, and this will be done. It looks like it's like really close to being done, but I know how much stitching goes into one of these birds. So it won't be for a while yet, but it's getting there, and it's very pretty. So this is 36 count Tyco Edinburgh linen. Alright, that brings us to today. I have not started stitching yet today, but I have the project selected. I'm running low on projects left. I have, I think, a total of 23, and there's only like 9 left that I haven't worked on yet, give or take. My numbers could be off, but I think I've got 9 left. And then once I've completed those 9, I will either start over and finish up Arbitrary August with projects that I've already worked on this month, or end my Arbitrary August and work on whatever I want to for however long I want to. So we'll see when I get to that point. Anyway, so the piece that I'll be working on today, when I finally do sit down and stitch instead of like eat or sleep or be at church, is Salt Lake Temple Square. And this is a really small picture, and it's not a large piece, but kind of hard to get a good look at what the picture is, but it's basically the iconic buildings in Temple Square here in Salt Lake. And I already have, what is that one, the Tabernacle? This is either the Tabernacle or the Assembly Hall. This is the Assembly Hall, right? Yeah. I should know this. Yeah, so I have the Assembly Hall stitched. And so when I start working on it today, right in here will be the Salt Lake Temple. So that is what I will be working on today. I do not anticipate finishing the temple today because it's the largest building on here. That's this one right here, so there's going to be a lot of stitching and a lot of back stitching, but you know, I can get started on it. And this is, what fabric is this? I'm pretty sure it's a 28 count. It might be Lugana, but then again it might be Jobelan. It's some type of even weave. I don't think it's Jobelan, I think it's Lugana. And the color is Summer Sky, and you can see how it looks like, kind of like there's clouds. I hope that's showing up on the camera, but anyway. If I were to assign myself like a specific day to work on a specific project, then Sunday would be a great day to work on that one consistently, and then I could get it up, you know, finished and stitched. So maybe I'll have it be like a, you know, Temple Square Sunday kind of thing at some point. I don't know. But that is all of my stitching for this week. And I've kind of thrown in life updates here and there. Starting school. It was my son's birthday. We went to the planetarium. We went to the lake. And I got burned. So that just about wraps it up for this week. I hope everyone has a great week and gets lots of stitching done, and good luck back to school for everyone who is a student or a parent of students or a teacher of students, or affected by back to school in any way. And yeah, happy stitching everyone. Bye.